lot of members of the Bay State Birth Coalition, which if you're not familiar with their work, is all about birthing justice here in the Commonwealth. There's a lot of rods in the fire to the work that they do. One is creating a birth center that should be opening up in the Roxbury area, hopefully in a few years. So that'll be amazing. The other was to make sure that we have certified midwives. For those of you who don't know, here today in Massachusetts, Black women are twice as likely to die in childbirth. And that's all things being equal. That means as having the same height, same weight, same socioeconomic status, same educational attainment, same salary, we are more likely to die in childbirth. Studies suggest it's because of the environmental racism that we experience, whether it's from pollution in our community, whether it's from microaggressions in the workplace, and we internalize that, and that's what leads to those outcomes. That being said, studies show that when Black women have a midwife in their birthing process, both they and their children are likely to survive. And so I fought this legislative session along with Representative Kay Kahn, who's been filing this bill for quite some time, to actually certify midwives so we can have them here, and they're going to be covered by Mass Health. And did private practice make it into this bill or no? Not yet. Mass Health will cover it at a minimum, and private practice will hopefully follow suit. Yes. But we now have the ability for certified midwives. The governor's not going to sign it, but there's every indication that the governor will sign it. Yes. So that came through today, earlier this morning. And then the other bill that happened also in that same, they call it the omnibus bill, was around postpartum depression and support. And so just to share a story by way of example, so here in Mattapan, which I represent most of it, outside parts of Dorchester, Hyde Park, and some of the town of Milton, we are the southernmost part of the city of Boston. And I had a constituent who was living in the Hyde Park Mattapan border, who was experiencing some perinatal mood disorders and knew that she needed help and support. Community groups are known to be proven to help with this particular challenge, and so she was searching for a community group. The closest group to her was in Walpole. So from Mattapan Hyde Park border to Walpole. Thankfully, she had the resources, the flexibility in order to take the time out of work, a car to get her from this part of town to Walpole to access those services. But so many of our neighbors do not have that level of privilege and access. And so what this bill allows for is to provide community grants so that we can fund more of those programs locally in neighborhoods that need it. Studies also show that Black women are more likely to experience perinatal mood disorders and postpartum, but less likely to have access to help. If y'all didn't know, I represent the blackest district in the Commonwealth, so I'm always rooting for us and making sure that we have and this bill will allow.
I'm in trouble now.
Yeah, you are. But it allows for us to provide grants to local community organizations so folks don't have to travel as far, and that way we can get the resources that we need. So I am beyond excited to say that I got 5 bills down this legislative session.
Yes.